Welcome to the Feel Good 5, quick tips, tools, and strategies to help you feel good more of the time. Today I'm going to share a very helpful technique with you that always works in helping me to stay calm during stressful situations. There are really two parts to this technique, and you don't have to use both parts at the same time if you don't feel like it's needed. Sometimes the first or second part is all you need, and that's fine. You can customize this so it works best for your own life. This technique will come in really handy when you're confronted with something or someone who is pushing your buttons, so to speak. It might be a person who's purposely trying to get a reaction out of you, or maybe they're not even trying to push your buttons, but they just get under your skin with the things they do. Or it could just be that you've seen or heard something that doesn't affect you personally, but it still causes a negative reaction in some way, just some negative emotion that's coming up. And when this happens, you might notice that your body gets tense, your breathing might speed up or get more shallow, and you'll probably feel some kind of negative emotion like anger, irritation, anxiety, or sadness. So here's the first part of the technique. As soon as you recognize that you're reacting to whomever or whatever it is, take a slow, deep breath and imagine taking a mental and emotional step back from it. Imagine that there's a buffer of space between you and this person or situation. And it's hard to describe what this feels like, but it's really a state of non-resistance. You're not pushing against whatever it is. You just drop any need to change it or fix it. It's really like a state of calm acceptance. So repeat that part of it again if you have to. Take a deep breath in, and then mentally and emotionally step back a bit and drop all resistance. Practice it for a little bit and you'll get familiar with the feeling. What this does is shift you slightly out of that emotional reaction so that you're more in a neutral state. You might still be feeling some emotion, but you're not tangled up in that emotion and reacting from it anymore. And sometimes that might be all that you need to do to feel calm and centered. But here's part 2 of the technique, which might be helpful if you're having trouble creating that mental and emotional buffer. As much as possible, keep your focus on your own body. Focus on your shoulders, your back, your heart center or abdomen. If you're sitting, notice the weight of your body pressing against the chair. If you're standing, space your feet about hip distance apart so that your stance is stable, and focus on the soles of your feet pressing onto the floor. Then say to yourself, calm. Take slow, deep breaths and keep repeating mentally on every exhale, calm, calm, calm. Remember, keep your focus on your body as much as possible, because if your awareness stays up in your brain, you'll easily get taken over by racing thoughts, anxiety, anger, and so on. When you keep your awareness on your body, it makes you feel much more centered and grounded. Now, obviously, this technique is not meant for urgent situations where some type of immediate action is needed. In a case like that, you're not going to just stand there saying calm, calm, calm over and over. You just do what you need to do to handle the situation and then worry about calming down later. But this technique works great when you're feeling irritated by someone, or when you're feeling overwhelmed in an uncomfortable situation, or even when your own thoughts keep veering off into worry or anxiety. Just bring your awareness back to your own body, back to the present moment. You'll feel a difference in your emotional state very quickly. In fact, practice both parts of this technique over the next few days. First, try it on things that don't really upset you that much, just some minor annoyances. Get used to the feeling of stepping back inwardly and grounding yourself in the moment, even when nothing too upsetting is happening. Then you'll be more prepared the next time you really do need the technique to help you stay calm. And you may even find that using this technique on persistent situations can totally transform them. When you're no longer reacting emotionally to something or someone, you change the whole energy of the dynamic so that things will often smooth out or calm down without you needing to take any action at all. Just changing the way you think and feel is sometimes enough to change the whole dynamic for the better. So say it with me a few more times. Take a deep breath in and say calm, calm. Calm. Good. Thanks for joining us for the Feel Good 5 today. For more Feel Good inspiration, come hang out with us at the Feel Good Club at feelgoodclub.info. That's feelgoodclub.info. This is Wendy with Wings for the Heart and the Feel Good Club sending you calming thoughts.